Hello and welcome to the show. I am back on a car mechanic simulator, and today we are going to maybe be finishing off the hot rod. Going to be certainly scavenging around for some more bits and pieces. Before we do that, however, we're going to have to say goodbye to the Aston Martin. Thankfully, with the mod for repairing stuff, I've now got the bumpers repaired. They are ready to go. The exhaust, the muffler is sadly not going to be there. However, the rest of the car is ready to go. And it is worth $467,000. Why have I decided now to get rid of the car? Well, I've installed some other mods. And there is potential for them to show up, and I want to make sure that I have the money. Should some of the interesting cars appear, whether it be in junkyards, whether it be in barn finds and so on, I want to have the money to be able to get them. So that's what I've done. Now, the things that we're looking for with this, or for this car, we need another scoop air filter. I also think, if we just stick this in here, we also need the air scoop. So the air scoop that goes on top. I haven't seen one of those, I don't think, and yeah, you don't tend to see a lot of the top parts of the engine, so things like head covers and that sort of stuff, we might have issues finding at the junkyard. We might have to resort to barn finds for them. I don't know. I don't know yet. This has got some rocker arms, got a couple of rocker arms, a few more push rods, so we can get more bits for this engine out of the Bandit, but yeah. For now, or to start with I should say, we are off to the junkyard, see what we can find. So, we are looking for anything with a supercharger. Anything with a supercharger, a V8 supercharged engine would be... I've just seen one of the interesting things! Yeah, any V8 supercharged engine, anything with head covers and so on, will be very nice indeed. You haven't... I don't know if there's actually a V8 version. You are not the V8 version. You are a modern V8. You, though, you are a GT40. Oh, how much are you? How much are you? Okay, only 17,800 for a GT... Ah, okay, so it's a GT40 Mark 1 replica, essentially. That's going to be fun, though. That's going to be fun to build. You know what? We'll buy you. You're not quite going to be the restoration. Yes, I am absolutely sure I want to buy that. Go to the car park, though, for now. Not what I'm looking for at this very moment in time. However, I will take it, and that may well be what we end up working on on next. That's why... Well, that's why I sold the Aston. I didn't know if we were going to find any of the interesting cars. And, well, we found one of them immediately. But it wasn't actually as horrendously expensive as I feared it was. Is there going to be anything else for me around here? It doesn't really look like there. I mean, you've got neither of the engine, either of the heads at all. You've got some bits of an engine going on. Not going to be anything else around here. No, it's either going to be a case of search through the junk piles and hope. Oh look, see, we happen to have found the right engine block and a supercharger. Either search through all of these in the hope of finding the scoop and or the filter and so on, or kind of reload. I think we will have to try some barn finds as well. Probably be a little bit more luck in all of them. It's gonna be a long job trying to search for enough parts for that. So yeah, we'll reload the junkyard. I'll have one more look just in case. You never know, and then it'll be off to barn finds. Well, apparently the GT40 is not actually that rare. Either I have been the luckiest person in existence, or it's not actually that rare. This one is a little bit more complete than the previous one. Oh, we've found another Aston Martin. You know what? I'm gonna buy. We're gonna do something slightly sneaky. I say slightly. That's a lot of money, but we know how much they are worth, right? So, we're going to buy an Aston Martin. You can go to the garage for now, because if I remember correctly, literally just doing the body frame work on that car makes it worth a huge amount of money. So, we will do that. We will buy as well. Yes, I want to buy you. You can go to the car park. Not at all what I'm bloody looking for here, but There we go. That is a basically empty engine. That is of no use to me. There's an RX. Well, ooh. Well, I mean, we found another one of these. You've got a basically empty engine as well. That's no good. This has been a thoroughly successful trip. There's another I don't know. Okay, there's a lot more GT40s than I realised. We found an RX-7 over in that corner. There's a boring generic car. What is that doing in this exciting junkyard of many, many treasures? There's another boring car. You are a very, very green GT40. I'm wondering if there is like a GT40 Mark 1 that isn't a replica. There's like a different version of it that's horrendously rare and very, very expensive. It'd be kind of cool if there was. Either way, we've found a lot of interesting cars and a lot of these with very little in the way of engines, so to speak of. I mean, the junkyard trips have not been unsuccessful. They've been successful, but not in the ways that I intended them to be when we started the video, so that's a thing, apparently. So, before we head out to a barn, I'm going to make some money by fixing up that DB5. If we go and move this car to... crap, can I move it to the paint booth without being able to start the engine? Yes, I can. Good. Excellent. Right, and then we will move the DB5 onto the lifter. We will get the welder over here in the corner. We will move that to the first lifter. And yeah, I could restore the car fully, but you know what? I'm just going to see how much easy money you can make on this. Now, it might have been changed. It might have been updated so that this doesn't work as well. No, it does work pretty bloody perfectly, quite frankly. Right, if we go and move equipment, place that back, and then we grab the detailing kit as well. While we are here, might as well... Oh, that was lifter C, not lifter A. Whoopsie. Lifter A. Again, quick, straightforward money when I'm supposed to be... how much does that make that one worth? I don't think it makes a huge difference. Probably not when everything's as bad condition elsewhere. Yeah, I'm supposed to be working on hot rods, but I can't turn down the opportunity to earn 50,000 by clicking 2 buttons. So someone else can do the rest of the work on that one. We're going off to some barns to try and find bits for a hot rod. Please be a supercharged car inside this barn. No. It's got an i6, that's something. What have you? You have got a V8. Now, I can use bits from you. That is for sure. You're missing an exhaust manifold. Bits can be used from this car. However, how much is it? Only 23,000, so it's not too bad money. I don't know there's much point me buying one of these when I know I'm going to have to try and find something else. So I think we're better off waiting to try and find a supercharged V8 rather than going for this for just some of the bits. I mean, while we're here, I guess we might as well have a look through these junk piles. A little bit less daunting going through all of these. We can get a headlight for the for the Ford. We have got plenty of them around. Oh, we can get a front window for the GT40. You know what? Why not? While I'm here, it would seem rude not to pick that up for something that will be used in the very, very near future. Got an RX-3 as well. I need to... There's too many cars. There is far too many cars and far too little time to work on all of the cars. I think we've been through everything in here. Yeah, not massively exciting, this particular barn. I'm not sure I want to be in this barn for particularly long. There's going to be some big old spiders somewhere, if that cobweb is anything to go by. Turns out it's really difficult to find a car with a bloody supercharger. I'm fairly sure this one, in fact this one here, you can see it's not got it. The Chapman that it's parked next to, I don't think there is a supercharged version of it. Trying to find bits, not even a V8 version of it, trying to find bits for my car is not particularly easy. Okay, too many spiders inside of this barn, I think, for me. Let's go try find superchargers elsewhere. Well, having traipsed my way through various barn finds, so far the luck has not really been with me. This offensively blue bandit might be the best I have come across in terms of we've got both engine head covers, we've got wires for or from the distributor. I don't know what other bits. Oh, we've got ignition coil, of course, that we need. It might even have a fuel filter. Doesn't look like it, but it might. Maybe it's in a place I can't see at the moment. It looks like a solid enough choice. of a vehicle. I'm hoping it's not going to be too much. It's 21 grand. This is a bit of expense, but yeah, I'm going to take this one. We're going to take it back to the garage, and yeah, I think it's going to be a trip, another search through the junkyard, through the many piles of guff, and hope that we can find what we need. Well, after much searching through the junkyard, I have got potentially enough bits. If we are, maybe we don't have. I thought it was 15% that you needed to repair them for them to be repairable, and apparently not. We do actually have the bits that I need. There are some very broken parts, but there's there it is, 19%. 14% one, there's a 15% one there. I thought we'd done it. I thought the fuel filter was... I do actually also think that the mod that I used to repair anything might not be working. That is a good point. The game did update since the last time I played it. So, let's not panic just yet. Let's not panic just yet. We have got at least an ignition coil. Something successful has come. We don't have any wires. Let's actually try something then. Let's go and remove some bits from here. Now, the head cover doesn't look in too bad a condition. Fingers crossed, maybe. That's going to come off 38%. Ah, look at all of those glorious rocker arms and push rods that we can use. Thank God for that. Now, we are going to need the wires for our car as well. So let's get that off from there. Perfect. Ignition wires, get them off as well. They're at 31%. Yeah, okay, so the mod's broken. That's fine. That's fine. We can live. So we can live. I can live with that as a as a thing. We can fix that up. Let's go and take off all of these rocker arms from this car, though, because we don't want all of these bits. Oh, there we are. The other one of these. Did I stick it somewhere in the... I can't even remember where I ended up hiding the bandit. I might have... either sat in the... Oh, is it sat in the paint shop? Is that where it went? I think it is. There it is. Yeah, don't worry. We've still got that around. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of these cars. I guess just kind of repair them maybe where I can and then just sell them for kind of scrap almost. Because they might still be worth something in the end. Right, let's get all of these push rods out because I'm probably going to need a few of these. And oh, there's actually a really shiny rocker arm over there. Look at that. 60% condition. Bloody hell. What's got into them? And then we'll take these as well. And that should probably be enough to be getting on with. Other bits that I might want from this car, exhaust components. We are probably going to want as... Can't remember how much of the exhaust we have. Do we have both the manifolds on this? I think I got lucky and turned out I did have both manifolds. Ah, we need another sort of midsection. Might have to pinch the... okay, right, this has got basically the same exhaust layout. Okay, that's fine. So we can pinch all of those exhaust parts as and when needed. Right. Let's go and... kind of install and check the repair anything mod is working, and then I shall be back in a second. Okay, happy days. We have got things working. I guess when the game updated, it just replaced the previous, the file that I changed. I guess it replaced that with the original essentially. So now we can go back to repairing these really important bits that I can't afford to break at all because they were real difficult to find. Please do not break this. Oh. Crap. Oh, it's going to be more searching around in the junkyard for important bits. We broke a rocker arm, I don't really care. The one thing that I really needed to not break, I also found a GT40 window that I figured I'd get and repair anyway, was that. I did think I had an oil pan that was of good enough condition to be repairable. Now, I might be wrong. It might be that was a buggered up part somewhere. Where is it? So yeah, there was some bits that I picked up. Okay, like the Royal Cat, the Escape there, they were a little bit ambitious. Oh, maybe I repaired that when I did the the parts that were repairable initially. I might have just forgotten. Right, let's go and stick on these bits and pieces. I had really thought that that was going to work. Really thought we were going to be... I say I really thought we were going to be fine. It was a 95% chance to fix it, and like some of my bloody XCOM shootings, it did not go as as I had hoped. God damn. Well, that's going to be a real nightmare to go try and find another one of those. Yeah, try to actually find any V8 overhead valve supercharged cars. Incredibly difficult, it turns out. Incredibly difficult. We've got plenty of push rods, thankfully. Do we have now enough rocker arms? If I haven't repaired enough, I think I should have had enough repaired here. If I haven't, then we should be good to steal some more off the bandit and finish it up. It looks like we're going to be fine, which is nice. We have now got fuel filter and the ignition coil are both here, which I didn't think they were going to be the worst of bits, I'll be honest. They could have been a lot tougher parts to find for the car, as it is proving, because thankfully every car has a fuel filter. Whichever vehicle, they all share a universal fuel filter. And what was the other thing that I was going to put on it? Oil pan. I've got distracted. I'm still annoyed. Still annoyed at that. We'll probably get a gearbox as well while we're here. You know what? Let's go and grab... Oh, I don't know if I actually need those bits for the Ford. I'm not quite sure on the exhaust layout. Let's go grab all of these exhaust pipe parts just in case. Let's get rid... Oh, I'll get rid of that. Why does nothing have a starter motor either? Didn't realise that's going to be such a pain in the ass to find a damn starter motor for the car at all. There we go. Apparently, yeah, nothing has starter motors attached, and nothing has starter motors, and nothing has oil pan. For whatever reason, that is the way of the car mechanic simulator world. Okay, so we can probably get most of the exhaust bits, of course, repaired. We've got a drive shaft. If I didn't have one already, I don't actually remember anymore. Let's get these bits then put on the car. Gearbox! We have now got a good conditioned gearbox for our vehicle, and it'll go on there. Ooh! Okay, so it uses a V8 starter. Now, I might know where I can get one of those. Come to think of it, rear mufflers there. Does those exhaust go? Oh, that just goes straight into the cats off of the thing. That's cool. I need another cat though. You're not going to have one. You probably don't have one, otherwise I would have pinched it by now. Let's have a look. This might have the starter motor that I need on it. Yes, it does. Fantastic. Okay, it has a special gearbox, but it has a generic starter motor. No, you have got the cat that I need. Thank you. We will take that from you. Hopefully, be able to repair it. And there we go. Oh, it was only just repairable because I was at 15%. And then we can stick you on there. Perfect. We still need an alternator, actually. I've not pinched that off one of these cars yet. I've been meaning to do that. Let's get the oil pan on as well while that car there is moving. Oh, say let's get the oil pan on. Let's actually get the bearings put in. Forgot about the need for bearings. Slightly less exciting game. I say slightly less exciting game than the Need for Speed. Probably more exciting than the 2015 one. However, we should probably be able to pinch enough of these off of the newer Bandit at least to finish it off, because none of these other ones had any bearings at all. This might do. Typical. You're just going to go up and down now. It is the curse of the cars in my workshop. They are forever stuck to be going up and down on the lifters because I forget what parts I'm needing to take out and when. Right, so let's get out. Okay, the rod caps aren't in great condition, but it's enough to be repairable. At least you can come out of there. One of those crankshaft bearings isn't good enough, which is annoying. Yeah, if we don't have enough, there might be crankshaft bearings that could work again in the Trespasser. It's a fairly big if, mind, and we'll pinch those. That should probably be enough. Don't break the crankshaft bearings. If we break some of the rod cap ones, I can live because we've probably got enough. We're not very good at fixing the rod cap bearings. I broke one of the crankshaft buggers. We needed all of those that we could get. I don't think there's another one in this, is there? We might only need one, though. Can't remember how many we needed on here. There, it looks like we do only need one. Got away with that. Apparently we're worse at fixing bearings than we are at fixing air filters, and I think we've got perfect number actually going on here. So that will then be the last of the underside of the car stuff done, which is good. Look at the look at the lovely shiny engine we have got here. Right, oil pan is in. We then need the alternator from the Bandit. Can I do that from down here? Nope. I've got to go from above. That's fine. And then we need to steal the starter motor from the Trespasser. I wonder how many cars, because we're not going to be, well, finished quite yet, because we've still got to get that pissing air filter. I wonder how many cars are going to have gone into our Ford by the time we finish it. Alright, we don't need to worry about the serpentine belts. We do need to worry about that being fixed. Actually, we might as well fix this one up, because it's the belt that's going to be used to run the alternator regardless of what car it's in. So sure, let's go and stick that on as well. I don't know if we need any more things in the way of like belts or pulleys or idler tensioner thingy what's it. Do we need? I don't think we do. I think they just all sit on here as such. Perfect. Then we need a fan. We have a fan. Even better news. Always good news when you have all the parts that you need. Is that the engine complete then? It is. The engine is complete bar this arsehole. You know what, that can go on there for now. You're not actually going to know it's there. So, for now, pretend it doesn't exist. Basically, we need a starter motor, and to get to that we need to lift the car up. So we need to go and move you to the entrance. God dear, there's a lot of car juggling goes on in my workshop. Right, Trespasser, let's go and steal bits out of... I'm so glad I had this car lying around. It's been more useful than I kind of expected it to be in many ways. We haven't had to steal running gear parts of it that I thought we were going to, but we have stolen bits and pieces, and this might be one of the more important bits. Admittedly, I did buy 2 GT40s, and one of them might have had a starter motor in it that I could have used. Crap! One of them have a starter motor that I can use, because I really, really need it, because we've just broken the one starter motor that we had. These important parts are not going my way at all, are they? Do I get anything else out of this car? I don't think there's anything else needed out of this now. Ooh, do we need a brake? Do we have a brake servo? We might even have a brake servo to put in if we... Oh, we already do have a brake servo put in. Let's have a look at the part now. Right, battery. I think we've got one in our inventory we can charge regardless. We need starter motor. That's kind of it until we start doing bodywork. So I'd say we're done with this car. I can't think of anything. I mean, cooling-wise, this has got its radiator, got its fan and so on. I think we can just chuck this car. I will take you just in case I don't have a battery. Pretty sure that's more than we paid. I'm pretty sure we've taken bits off that have been useful, and we're going to sell it for more than we paid for it. Yeah, you can go away, and let's go find the GT. I'll bring the GT40s in here, and we'll see if they have any bits that I can use. While stumbling my way through the garage, I might have found a better solution. This Bolt Reptilia that I bought a while ago, auction house buy. This one was. A couple of bits have been cannibalised off this car for actually the junker engine that I ended up stealing some rocker arms from it. But I noticed it has a relatively shiny starter motor. And we're going to go and steal that from it. Because, well, seeing as I already have the car, it would be rude not to have other parts. I don't think... It's actually quite difficult to see the GT40's gearbox. I don't think either of them had a starter motor attached to it anyway, though. So thankfully, I have this lying around let's pray that it's at 71% to begin with. Let's pray we don't manage to bugger it up, which we haven't. Perfect. Now we can get a starter motor installed on that. Let's put battery on charge as well while that's going up. Charge battery. I did have a battery in my inventory already, but, you know, doesn't hurt to have another one. Right. Starter motor over here. Part mount that on there. Perfect. Once the battery's in, it's then just wheels, I think, oil, and to sort out the bodywork until we manage to find one of those pesky filters. Right, battery might be done, yes, because it is the super fastest of chargers, and then we want to look at here, part mount mode, and battery is ready to go. Fantastic news. Okay, let's have a look at bodywork. Now, do we want to go for... Okay, we're going to want... I don't know if I have any doors. I have a left door. Excellent. Do we have a trunk as well? Now, I do want to kind of keep with the hot rod theme. We don't have very many in the way of bodywork parts. Of course, the way that this is sort of all split up for the mod to work with removable bits and pieces, things like some of the bumpers and so on, it's slightly funkily named, but there we go. A lot of these bits were not repairable at all, or were not repaired from that. This does have the headlights. Maybe I already took the headlights off it. I don't know. Let's go have a look over on the repair bench. Okay, so we did take the headlights off it. I could really do with repairing these front bumpers, or these parts, because these parts are going to be, well, exclusive to that car. There's not much as we're going to find them on. Thankfully, they have all been found. So we can get nice front bumper on there. We can get the... Yeah, I think I like having the... these kind of bits, the fenders... going around. I thought about not putting them on, but I think I prefer it with those on. We can put those... Do we not... Oh, we don't have a trunk anywhere. Okay, I'd quite like to at least have... I'd quite like to at least have that. I'm not too worried about the roof. I quite like the idea of having it as a convertible. We don't have the right door. This one doesn't have the right-hand side door either. Crap, I should have bought that other one when I was there. Yeah, I don't have a good condition bonnet. Not that I necessarily want one. So we're missing a door. We're missing the boot. They're the kind of the two bits on it that we haven't got. Now I guess we'll do wheels. I'm kind of okay with the wheels. I quite like the wheels that it came with. I've not got a problem with those. So let's go and pull these apart. Yeah, I mean, when they're all shinied up, I think it'll be a nice combination. And because all of the cars in the junkyard have to have all four of their wheels, we've got stacks of wheels and tyres going spare, and we can repair them and hopefully just kind of stick them all back on the vehicle. Should be good to kind of go when we've got all of that done. Separate those. How is it doing value-wise at the moment, out of curiosity? Yes. It's worth bugger all, quite frankly. Certainly after all of the work on the Aston Martin, it's a little bit anticlimactic, perhaps, in some ways. However, that being said, I think it'll be a fantastic looking vehicle once we are done with it all, so it'll be worth it. That's what we're going for. Separate these. And not all of the bits that are coming off here are good enough to repair. Yeah. Hopefully we can make a set rather than having to buy anything afresh. You have got a rim that might be good enough, but the tyre's too buggered. Tyre, there we go. A tyre survived there. Yeah, it might be enough. We have broken a couple of parts, which I could have done without having done. These two are going to be repairable, which is nice. And fix up the wheel. Here we go. Right, if we can just not break these two, then I think we might be good to have a vehicle with a full complement of wheels and tyres without having to buy a single thing. Wheel balancer. Oh, no. Hold on. Tyres. First of all, install tyres. We don't want any of those. We want Retro 03. That's the one we want. And we have got a perfect amount of tyres. Would you look at that? Thank God for my luck with fixing those up isn't the worst. Alright, take that. You can start on the balancing. I admit that being able to repair tyres is not exactly correct. However, I'm having more fun actually building the car in this manner rather than just going to buy stuff off the shop. So I don't care. Basically, take that, balance those. Right, I think the balancer might have been sped up slightly, or maybe I just did things in a better way around last time. Oh, we got one wheel left over. You can install that there. Let's get started putting wheels on the car, and then hopefully it'll start the business. What do we reckon? Yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Again, it's what the car sort of comes with, so there we go. Balance up those. And then we've got to paint it. Do I bother painting it just yet? Probably not, actually, because I'll only have to... I know I can paint individual parts, but to make sure we get everything the right shade of, well, naturally orange that it's going to end up, we will have to wait until we've got the boot. So, yeah. Take that. I don't even know if that stopped spinning when we hastily rip the wheel off the balancer. Hopefully it's all good. Hopefully we're not going to have terrible, terrible vibrations going on. And that will go on there. One more bit. And then I think it will be 5 cars have now gone into making this, this hot rod. 5 cars. Took 5 cars to make it work. And it's not even done yet. We might need a 6th to make it work. Unless we get horrendously lucky with finding the trunk in a junk pile, it might take the 6th car to get all of the bits and pieces for. I mean, we could get the bonnet, steal the bonnet from this. If I want the bonnet, it's unfortunately the boot is the one that I was having more of a conundrum with. I might take the bonnet and not have the little side bits that go on there. I might do that with it. Either way, there's been some significant progress. There's been some real significant progress. It is basically ready to run. The interior is a pile of crap in it. Let's rip that out. But aside from that, it's mechanically speaking, pretty damn sound, with the exception of one air filter that we're gonna have to search through junk piles for at some point. Not today though. That is not going to be a job for today. It's very nearly ready, but more searching through the junk piles is going to be needed. What I think I am going to do, let's take that bonnet off. I don't think we need this here for anything else anymore. It's worth 2,400. Yeah, all that stuff in there is crap anyway. So what I might do is we might get rid of this donor parts, if you like, because it hasn't got anything left on it that we could possibly need. Free up some space. Next time we might start work on the GT40s. We'll probably start work on the GT40s, in fact. And I will keep an eye out at all times for... front wheels have different sizes? What? Oh. Really? I thought these all came off the same cars. Maybe this isn't as complete as I thought it was. Bugger. That's not helpful. I just blindly stuck stuff on the car in the assumption that it was all working. Yeah, okay. One's 255. Well, one of the front tyres is much bigger than the other. Hold on a second. Does this car have different size wheels front to different size tyres front to back? I didn't actually pay any attention. I was just working on the assumption that they were all the same. Okay, so yeah, one of the tyres... Oh, God damn it, we need... I shouldn't have sold that car because I needed one of the tyres from it. Bugger. Now, we have a tyre left over. I think we had a wheel left over, not a tyre left over, didn't we? Vintage tyres, standard tyres over there. I mean, technically, put one of standard tyres on it for now. Rival would be down here. Okay, actually, I don't think it would have mattered because I think one of the... Okay, interesting then. One of the cars had 205 tyres and one of them was on 255s. I didn't know they could have different sized tyres. That is something... something new to me. I didn't realise I came with different sized tyres. So typically we haven't quite got a full set. Progress has been made, just not necessarily quite as far as I would have liked. But yeah, that's going to be it for for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm off to search through a junkyard. Goodbye.